Breaking, yes, tense today in Biafra land as the indigenous people of Biafra lose a member in hot, fresh attack. Yes, as the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa blows hot. Okay, yes, don't forget we are your Exposed News TV. Without further ado, we'll go into the details of this news. Alright, tensions have continued to rise in Biafra land as another violent confrontation between the security forces and members of the indigenous people of Biafra, of course, left one dead and several injured. The incident occurred in the early hours of the day and has further heightened an already volatile situation in the region. The latest clash took place in the outskirts of the Biafra land or Imo State, where some members were reportedly under attack from a joint task force of the Zoo Republic and police units. According to eyewitnesses, the forces ambushed the gathering of the members who were holding a meeting to discuss plans for future movements. While the full details still remain sketchy, it is confirmed that one member was found dead in the assault, with several others sustaining injuries. The identity of the disease has not yet been officially released, but the death has sent shockwaves through the Biafran community, with many accusing the government of launching a brutal crackdown on peaceful. Yes, but of course you know that nowadays we are not going with the peaceful. Yes, we are tired of going with the peaceful, as the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has decided to go back to back with this set of people, because of course it has come to that extent, it has reached that extent where it has to be taken seriously, and that is the truth of the matter. We continue with what is going on. Okay, as it dey be, this continue. The latest clash took place in the outskirts, and of course, one dead, the others injured. Local residents has described the scene as chaotic, with gunfire erupting without warning. A witness has said that we heard gunshots and saw people running in every direction. They were shooting and shouting. Everyone was scared, said a local who witnessed the attack from a distance. In response to the deaths, the leaders have called for immediate response across the region, condemning what they described as state-sponsored terrorism. My people, which is not a joke, this state-sponsored terrorism is what has been taking place in Biafra land. Yes, and tensions has run high in Olo, and it has remained high as residents brace for further unrest, because it is very, very heartbreaking. Yes, of course, the PM Simon Ekpa has also responded to what this has happened. He says in a fiery broadcast shortly after the attack, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, the controversial leader of the Biafra government in exile, lashed out at the Nigerian authorities and vowed retribution for the death of the member. Ekpa, who has gained a reputation for his hardline stance on Biafra's independence, condemned the government for what he called a cowardly and unprovoked attack on his people. He came out and said, of course, that this black day will not be forgotten. Ekpa declared in a live stream watched by thousands of his supporters, the blood of this fallen hero will not be in vain. The Zoo government must answer for their crimes. We will continue to resist this occupation, and we will not rest until Biafra is free. Ekpa's words have further inflamed on already tense atmosphere. Of course, that is what it is supposed to do, for him to know that, or for people to know that we are not going to give up or sit and watch these people do what they do. We are not going to sit down. He is not going to sit down and watch. with calls for revenge resonating among his followers both within and outside the region. His warning of escalated resistance has raised fears of more violent confrontations within the government. Of course, unsaved them. Because that is what it is at this particular point. Okay, the next news that we have right here is that the security operatives discover bodies of 6 policemen killed by Fulani headsmen, 15 others missing. It is not a joke. The fact that this set of things keep happening, and they feel that they can get away with it, because it is what they think. They feel they will be able to like get away with every single thing they do. Is very outrageous. Now they are suffering for the consequences. They are suffering for the consequences of the things that are happening to them. He says here that trouble is brewing in Delta State after the bodies of policemen killed by Fulani herdsmen were discovered. A collaborative effort between security forces and local vigilantes resulted in the retrieval of deceased police officers' bodies belonging to the IRT Abuja, PMF 51 Ogara, and Anti-Kidnapping Squad Asaba. So these are the set of people that their bodies were found recently that were killed by Fulani headsmen. And they are still keeping these people in their stead. They are still keeping this set of people in their stead. And that is why we can never allow them to encroach into our own land. They have already encroached. They have started entering. But we will not allow them to do that anymore, because the more they encroach, the more they enter into our land, the more they take over and want to feel that they have something they need to do in our place. And we will not let them have that. Yes, we can never let them have that. Okay, it continues. The recovered corpses of the officers have been deposited at Mariri Central Hospital morgue in Ugili, disclosed a senior security source at the Delta State Police Command, speaking on the condition of anonymity. The recovery operation conducted in Ugili North local government area of Delta State followed extensive search efforts in the forest on both Sunday and Monday. So these people have been missing for some time. On January 24th, 2024, 3 officers, all inspectors, were dispatched to the Ororo community in Ugili North, Delta State, in response to a distress call made by an individual named Moses Progress. The distress caller alleged an attack by suspected Fulani herdsmen, leading to the officers' deployment. Tragically, they never returned, and with their fate shrouded in uncertainty. So they called these people and they sent only 3 police officers instead of them to send a full squad to go and handle these people. Fulani herdsmen normally move in bulk, and you sent only 3 people. What do you expect? Of course, they have taken them down. Although the police authorities in Delta State have remained silent about the incident, a group of local vigilante members discovered the bodies of some of the slain officers. The report continued. Operation Huts belonging to the suspected killer Fulani herdsmen were demolished, and 6 corpses were found in the Agadama bush, while the whereabouts of the 15 others remain unknown. Regarding the discovery, the anonymous security source further elaborated. They spent over 3 hours at the hospital morgue during the documentation before being attended to at Ugili Central Hospital. Another source, when queried, mentioned no details yet, and I will get back to you as we progress, indicating ongoing investigation into the matter. My people, this is what it is, and this is what things would always end up to be, so far as it concerns the Fulani herdsmen being allowed to encroach, because these Fulani herdsmen, they are trouble. They are full-time trouble. And the earlier we get to find out that these people do not have a place with us, and they can never have a place with us in the southeast, I don't care about wherever they are, in Abuja or wherever, those people, they can allow them encroach into their land. But in our own land, Abia State, Imo State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and the rest, we are not allowed to let them in. we cannot let them in. If not, we risk losing lives of maybe innocent farmers, innocent people that are around. And that is the reason we must avoid we must avoid anything that will allow us calm down when we see them encroaching or entering into our land. We cannot do that. We cannot let them do that. And so because of that, we'll always be at alert to make sure that they do not encroach into our land to do things that are not that to do things that would cause mayhem or trouble in our society or in our community. And yes, we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.